Hey, this is Josh with PMStudent.com, and today I want to answer a question that I got, a great question in this video here. I sent out an email about this recent post about how to find a new job from the job seeker's perspective, of course, and recorded a video about how I go about that, or how I recommend to go about that. But I got a great question back in response there from Michael. So Michael says, I agree with your approach in finding a new job, but I have a question on the flip side. How does one go about finding an energetic candidate who's serious about learning and growing their project management career? So this is an employer who's looking for someone like a lot of you folks who are probably watching this video right now. So he's currently got an opening for a junior project manager and has been diligently searching for a candidate who is earlier in their PM career, so someone who can grow into the company in the position, but he's not really satisfied with the types of applicants that he's getting from the job boards and things. So that's a wonderful question, and so I want to do a demonstration video from the flip side here on how I would go about using, and of course my favorite tool, which is LinkedIn, to find these types of candidates. So just like searching for companies and things like that, I would go to the people search first, go up here to advanced. And one thing that I want to point out, I haven't used it, but LinkedIn does have a premium search option. So if you're an employer looking to target the types of candidates that would be perfect for your roles, this is probably a good thing to try out. It's not that expensive if you're talking about finding a good candidate. That's really going to be helpful there. So here's an example, and I don't know exactly what the requirements are for the position that Mike is hiring for, so I'm just going to give, or Michael is hiring for, so I'm just going to give an example here and kind of go from there. So I'm going to put in my own zip code, 57106, and this is the Sioux Falls, South Dakota area, so fairly small metro area. If you're in a larger city, you're going to be able to find a lot more candidates this way and whittle it down. I'm going to assume that the type of position, the type of person that Michael might be looking for is someone who might be like a business analyst, or in their title might have analyst basically. So I'm going to go ahead and type in analyst. And if you're looking for something that's more of a technical role, analyst might be okay. You might be looking for tester, or let's see, lead or technical. You know, those types of words might come, maybe not technical, but like a lead type of position, or engineer. Those types of titles might be something to look for as well. Analyst is good because I think a lot of the folks that are going to come up in search for analyst, or maybe you want to try business analyst or things like that, are going to come up as good hits here. So, and you can narrow it down to the industry that you're working in. So maybe you want to get someone who has a particular industry domain knowledge there. Groups are kind of an interesting thing because you could just do all LinkedIn members. As if you're trying to find somebody who's kind of energetic and interested in getting into project management, I mean, searching by groups. So who not only fits my criteria, but is also a member of one of these groups on LinkedIn. You could actually join the group yourself if you're interested in some people. And you can see what kind of questions they've posted, get an idea for who this candidate is before you even contact them. So obviously you would want to go to the, I belong to too many groups. If you go to the Career in Project Management group, which is the group that I started, and kind of people who are interested in getting into project management, that's going to be a good starting point for you there. Project Management for Beginners is another good one. Not as good as mine. No, just kidding. Let's see. There we go. Career in Project Management. I think that would be a good one to search for. If you could find someone who's in your area. We're not that big yet, so maybe not, but if you could limit it down, maybe that's a way to go. And there's a lot of other features that are if you want to pay for the premium membership, you can get a lot of other features there for the search. But let's just take a look at what we got right now and see what it comes back with. So these are the folks that have analyst in their title, and current or past. I'm going to change that to current because I'm kind of looking for people that are currently in that type of a role. I didn't limit it to companies, but you could say I want the type of people that work at Sanford Health, or maybe if it's a financial services, you want people from Citi and Wells Fargo and Premier Bank Card, that type of thing. You can scroll down even more and go to the industries and just kind of play with it and see what you come back with here. But I mean, browsing their profiles is great. You can see who your shared connections are with them. You can see things like if you go ahead and view their profile, you can see what groups they belong to. Let's see if I can find somebody who belongs to a group here. I'm trying to look for people just in my local area here, and might be a little bit of a hunt to try to find somebody that's. But usually on their profile page, it depends on their privacy settings too. But if they belong to a group, most of the time it'll say they're also a member of this group and things like that. So I mean, I think this would be a really good starting point. If you spent a day or even just a couple hours on LinkedIn, I think you could really come up with a strong list of candidates this way. And like I said, if you look at their profile, look at what they're involved in, see what groups they belong to. Are they a member of the local PMI chapter? I mean, that's another venue for you besides LinkedIn, is get in touch with your local PMI chapter. You don't even necessarily have to join. You could just contact some of the board members from the local PMI chapter in your area and ask them, hey, do you guys have any people who are getting into project management, who are really excited and energetic about it, really willing to learn, that type of thing? Because more than likely they're going to have a few people in mind that you can take as leads. So I mean, I could go on and on and on about it, but I think that's a good starting point. I think this is if you haven't tried this, go ahead and try it, because it's funny that Michael emailed this to me, because I've been going on and on about how posting your job to the job boards is mostly a waste of time, because there's no way that you can stand out from the rest of the candidates, and you don't make that personal connection or anything like that. And from the flip side, the same thing is true. If you're just getting hundreds and hundreds of resumes in through a job board, it's really difficult as an employer to tell, from one resume to the other, who are the people who I should be interviewing and things like that. So, I mean, if you can use tools like LinkedIn to proactively find candidates, I think that's a good thing to do. And I don't mean just spamming candidates. I've seen recruiters that just go on LinkedIn and try to spam messages. We get some people that basically sign up with fake accounts, go to our group and say, post their website because they're trying to do lead generation for companies, and I end up deleting those people and marking them as spammers every time. So don't do that. But if you use something like LinkedIn as a real tool to research individuals and find out and kind of narrow down the people that you want to spend your time in, I mean, I think it's time well spent. I know from my own hiring experiences that you can spend weeks and weeks and weeks of time just mostly wasting your time on either candidates that aren't pre-qualified very well or whatever else. But I mean, if you go out and find the candidates that you want, proactively like this, then I think you're gonna definitely that'll be a good use of your time. So, like I said, even if it takes a day for you to go through this, and maybe over the course of a couple weeks, you kind of follow up with people and reach out to people and those types of things. I think it's worth it. I mean, a lot of people have their phone numbers posted here. Give them a call. See how they answer the phone, and have a conversation with people. That's making those personal connections is definitely the best way to either find a job or find a candidate for a job too. A little bit long-winded today, but we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. And this is Josh from pmstudent.com. Thanks everybody for watching.